Then we will move into new business, and item 7A is report on City of Tacoma improvement plan and how it will affect transportation, and our request to alter our starting dismissal times at the high school.
Okay.
I think you all know Mr. Moody, right?
Mr.
Our
Moody,
Director of
yes.
Transportation.
So, when do you want me to pull up on the screen?
Oh, won't we do the map right away, Bob?
Map? Okay.
As you can see, we started into that fifth season that we have in Wisconsin. That's a construction season. What you see up there, everything in pink, is part of the city street construction project. Now it's being broke down into two phases. Basically, anything south of Packard Street will be done this summer. Packard, and anything north of there will be done next summer. We're not sure when this project is going to start. They're projecting the beginning to the middle of April. I understand they just opened their bids this week, I believe on Tuesday. So prior to that, they will have a pre-construction meeting. So we're not sure, how this will progress, how fast it'll progress, where they'll start, how many contractors they'll have. There's a lot of uncertainty right now until we get past that pre-construction meeting. The main concern that we have is this will definitely affect the travel between the middle school and the high school. And our plan right now is, because of the uncertainty, what's going to happen is try to avoid the area completely, if at all possible. For instance, one of the things that we'll run into is on Lincoln Avenue. That's where we drop off and pick up at the high school right now. What we would take and change that area, or change that drop-off and pickup zone onto Butts Avenue. On Butts Avenue, there's 3 driveways that come off the parking lot there, 2 that service the main parking lot and 1 down by the greenhouse. We would establish a loading zone starting just south of the middle driveway and going about 120, 150 feet south of the more southern driveway there.
Right here too.
At the middle school, that loading there, loading and unloading won't be affected. We can continue to do everything the same as we do right now at the middle school. Right now, what we're looking to is to get from the middle school to the high school. We'll drop at the middle school. We'll go over to Monroe Street down McLean, drop at St. Paul's, take Foster Street right out to Superior, take Superior down to Clifton, which would go take Clifton to CM and CM to Butts. It's a roundabout way of getting there, but what it does is it helps us the merging traffic on Superior. It eliminates any congestion. We have done some street surveys, looking at those times when we're traveling to see what the traffic is, what the student traffic is, and right now that's our best route.
The primary reason is our doors open up on the right side.
Right.
If we would come from the north end, that means our doors would open on the west side of Butts Avenue, so we have to get those doors opened on the east side, so we have to physically drive our bus around so that those doors open on the curb side rather than.
And they didn't want us driving through the residential area.
Right. Now, are the students going to load on the street or in the driveway?
On the street.
On the street.
Because we don't want to get in that driveway, then we're going to fight traffic trying to get out of those driveways.
Jeff has met, 2 or 3 times now with the city?
Right.
Police?
Yeah, with the PD, and we're trying to come up with the best plan. If we'll have a few buses in the morning that'll go right to the high school, then in the middle school they'll just take Butts to Jackson to Clark, and they're in there. What this means for us is basically it's going to take us 6 minutes longer to get there this way than what we do now, and it's about 2 miles longer for those buses. So what we're looking to do is we're asking to start the high school 5 minutes later and let them out 5 minutes later. What that does for us is, first of all, it keeps all the other schools starting on time like they normally would. It gives us time to get those high school students to the high school in the morning, and also in the afternoon, because of that extra travel time, those students aren't standing out there waiting that extra 5 or 6 minutes in the afternoon, waiting for their buses to get there. So anyways, you know, we're going to try to do some blurbs as far as we're thinking, you know, school newsletters, school announcements, have our drivers actually give letters to students on the buses, alerting the parents that, you know, there could be maybe some routes may have to start 5 minutes earlier, depending on what traffic is, and we won't know what's going to happen until the first day we try it and see, because this is going to involve parents and everybody, see what kind of traffic.
I don't know if you can get a visual, I know I can, of what the high school is like right now at the end of the day on Butts Avenue. Now put 50 buses loading there and trying to get the students out of the parking lot onto Butts Avenue and load the buses. It's Jeff and the city police have their work cut out for them. This will be quite a learning curve, so we're going to need a lot of help from them to make sure that we get this pulled off in a safe manner, and I think we're on the way to.
Yeah, patience is going to be the big thing on everybody's part, and what we're thinking is by the time those buses get to the high school in the afternoon, those students should be gone.
Hopefully that congestion
Most of that will be gone
out of there.
by the time we get there.
That makes sense too.
If we're loading on Butts, they're probably not going to be able to exit onto Lincoln, so, you know, hopefully we can get as many of the students and their vehicles out of the parking lot before our buses are pulling up on the street.
This line just on Packard Street here, I believe, this is kind of anything south of that is 2010 work, anything north of that is 2011, and there's just no way to get, we just can't, so that's why we have to go around. And actually, I think it's going to help us with that, getting that congestion out of there. So.
And now they are going to stop construction, they said about 20 to 50 feet short of Packard, so we will have access to both driveways at the middle school yet this
So
year.
that'd be about right there.
So I guess we're asking for your approval to move the high school start and end time by 5 minutes.
I make a motion to approve adjusting the high school schedule, start and end time, so that we can allow for the buses to get there.
Second.
We have a motion and a second then to approve the adjustment of the high school schedule by the 5 minutes for the bus routes to be accomplished. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Mr. Moody. Good luck.
Thank
When
you
did
for your work.
Yes, and when did you say this will be next year for sure?
No, this is
It's
this
coming
summer. This is this
soon,
spring.
right? That's what
They're going
Starting in
to,
April, right?
right, they're
So
starting
this will
in
be
April.
adjusted in April.
Right.
Yes.
We're gonna try and hold off, depends on what this pre-construction meeting brings. We're gonna try and hold off making this change as late as possible, you know.
Okay.
If everything went right, they wouldn't do it, we wouldn't have to do it yet this year. They're gonna try and have this project done by the start of school in the fall. I wouldn't bet on it though. My guess is this plan may have to go into effect the first day of school again, so.
Okay. That
And
sounds fine.
we'll bring you some information back at the next meeting regarding, there will be some costs for the school district for some work done there on, I believe it's on Juneau Street.
Oh,
And then
correct.
possibly some work done up by the middle school. Actually going to improve some of the situations there for safety for the kids, especially up by the middle school. So looking forward to that. We've talked about that at board facilities. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item 7.